I don't know who I am anymore. Welcome to the first episode of Step into the Spiral of Becoming. I'm really glad you are here. This space was created for real stories, the kind people share publicly when they're finally ready to speak their truth. Stories that remind us that we're not alone in moments when life feels heavy, confusing, or quietly overwhelming. Today, we begin with a story about burnout, the slow kind that sneaks up on you while you're busy being everything for everyone else. Let's step into it together. She didn't describe a dramatic collapse, it was more of a slow drift, a little more responsibility here and a little less rest there. People kept telling her how strong she was, how dependable, how steady, and she kept trying to live up to that, even as she felt herself slipping further away from who she used to be. She'd wake up tired, and she sat in her car before work, hands resting on the steering wheel, trying to gather the energy to walk inside. Not sad, not angry, just empty. The moment that stayed with her happened one night after work. She sat on her couch in the dark and whispered, I don't know who I am anymore. Not to anyone else, just herself. A quiet truth finally spoken. She didn't overhaul her life, she didn't quit her job, and she did not run away. She just simply chose to choose one thing, 10 minutes a day that belonged to only her. 10 minutes to breathe, stretch, sit in silence, whatever she needed for her. And slowly she began to feel like herself again. Not at all once and not perfectly, but enough to remember she was human, enough to remember she mattered, and enough to begin coming home to herself. What I love about this story is how original, ordinary her turning point was. It wasn't a breakthrough and it wasn't a dramatic shift. It was just a moment of honesty and a small act of return. Burnout often disconnects us from ourselves long before we realize it's happening. We start living as a role instead of the person. We forget what we need, we forget what we feel, and we forget that we're allowed to rest. And here's a few gentle questions to sit with. Where have you been drifting away from yourself? What would it feel like to pause before you reach your breaking point? And what is one small moment you can reclaim today, just for you? Small steps matters. Small steps count. Small steps changes things. I know this because I've had to take my own steps as well. My own becoming didn't start with a grand transformation. It started with tiny moments of truth and the courage to actually listen to them. If something in this story stirs in you, a memory, a longing, a place where you've been carrying way too much, know that you're already on your way back to yourself simply by noticing. And if you ever feel the calling to explore this work more deeply, there are coaches who specializes in guiding people through these kind of transitions. Some offer programs that can help you reconnect with yourself in a steady, supportive way. One of the ways I support people through Step into the Spiral Becoming, which is a transformation coaching, a path I created for those who want to move through their own unfolding with intention, reflection, and gentle guidance. It's a unique approach to transformation that honors your peace, your truth, and your lived experience. But whether it's with me or another practitioner, what matters most is that you find a space where your story is held with care and your becoming is supported. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for giving yourself this moment. I'll meet you in the next episode. Until then, be gentle with yourself. Every small return is a step towards becoming.